Welcome to John Lewis 3D Learning. In this presentation, we are going to see chemical changes and reactions. The topic is Introduction to Chemical Bond and Chemical Change. So first let us see what all the topics we are going to cover in this presentation. So the topic is chemical changes and reactions. So it is there in all chemistry syllabus. So how a chemical reaction takes place, what are the reasons for a chemical reaction to take place, and when that will happen, when that will not happen. All those things are very important in our life. Okay, first of all, introduction. So in the introduction we will be learning what is a chemical bond and what is a chemical change. So in fact in this presentation we are going to see only this topic, but let us learn what all the other topics we are going to see in this chapter. So second one is conditions for a chemical change. Under what conditions a chemical change will take place. So when two chemicals collide with one another, when two molecules or two atoms collide with one another, a chemical change will take place. When they will collide, what are the conditions at which they can collide? So these are the things we are going to see in detail. Okay, then third one, chemical reactions characteristics. Suppose a chemical reaction is taking place, somebody is telling a chemical reaction is taking place or a chemical reaction has taken place already. How will you know that is taking place or has taken place? So you should know certain characteristics of chemical reactions, and by observing it, and we must be able to find out or recognize a chemical reaction is happening there or it has taken place already. So those characteristics we have to learn in this chapter. Okay, then fourth topic is types of chemical reactions. There are various types of chemical reactions. How two or more chemicals combine together to form a new product. So there are many types how they can combine. So what are those types? And we need to learn lots of examples for each and every type. And next one is metal reactivity series. See, all are metals. Okay, but they do not react in the same way. Some are more reactive, some are less reactive. How is it possible, sir? You may ask or you may think. For example, we are all humans, but only Usain Bolt can run very fast, no? He can run the 100-meter dash in 9.xy seconds, but I can run only in 15 seconds. You may run in 11 seconds or 12 seconds. We all differ in our ability to do certain things. So like that, all metals also will have different reactivity, the ability to react fast or slow. So that is what is known as metal reactivity series. So we should learn what all the metals having high reactivity and what all the metals having low reactivity. What is that order? That we have to learn and remember, because that is going to be very useful in higher studies as well. Okay, next one, uses of neutralization reaction. Okay, before that we should understand what is neutralization reaction, and it is used in our day-to-day life in many ways, and we should learn what are the uses of the type of reaction, that is neutralization reaction. Okay, next one, energy change in chemical reactions. See, some of the chemical reactions will give out energy, heat energy, and some of the reactions will happen only if we supply energy externally. So we need to understand both the types of chemical reactions. What all the reactions that will give out energy, what all the reactions that will happen only if we supply energy. Okay, then the last topic in this chapter is photochemical and electrochemical reactions. Certain reactions will take place in the presence of sunlight. So that is what is photochemical reaction. For example, photosynthesis in plants. And electrochemical reactions is by passing electricity we can make a chemical reaction to take place, or when a chemical reaction takes place it can produce electricity, and that is why the batteries are used in car and in various other whether electronic items or any other equipments we are using at home. So we are having batteries in almost everything. All these batteries produce electricity. They react and they release electron that conducts electricity. That is why you might have seen batteries in car. Many times we recharge the battery. That is, once the battery is dead, we are recharging, that is we are reversing the chemical reaction. That means we are converting the products into reactants, and again it will react and that will produce electricity. That is what is known as rechargeable battery. So those type of reaction taking place in batteries are electrochemical reactions. That is why it is very important to learn about electrochemical reactions. Okay, these are the various topics in this chapter, chemical changes and reactions. But in this presentation, we are going to see only introduction of chemical bond and chemical change. So let us start with few questions. What is a chemical bond? What is a chemical change? And what is a chemical reaction? So these are the three things we need to understand very clearly in the introductory part. So first of all, what is a chemical bond? See, for example, you take sodium chloride salt, which we are having it at home. Everyone will use sodium chloride for cooking. So why? Sodium is a metal, chlorine is a non-metal. These are the two different elements, but they combine together to form sodium chloride. So why they combine together? Because there is a force of attraction between sodium and chlorine. So that force of attraction is known as chemical bond. So why that force of attraction exists there? See, suppose you take two friends, how they become friends? So one will give something to the other, maybe the other person may give you something else, and thereby slowly we understand each other and we start loving each other and we start respecting each other. We create a bond between us and we call it friendship. Similarly here, sodium and chlorine, no? So they exchange electron, transfer electrons between them, and thereby it creates a bond between them. So that is what is known as chemical bond. If you take water, what are the two atoms present there? Two hydrogen atom and one oxygen atom are present in water. So this oxygen will be having force of attraction with both the hydrogen atom. So this force of attraction is known as chemical bond. So now I hope you understood what is a chemical bond. Let us try to define it in words. The force that holds the atoms of a molecule together in a compound is known as a chemical bond. Very simple, no? Very clear. The force that holds the atoms of a molecule together. So only that force of attraction keep them together is known as what? Chemical bond. So how that attraction, the force happens by transfer of electrons between them. But there are various forms of transferring electrons between them that we will study in higher classes. For the time being, we have to understand there is a force of attraction between the two atoms, between the atoms in a molecule. It may be 2 or it may be 3 or it may be 4. There will be force of attraction among them. That force of attraction is known as a chemical bond. Clear? Now let's move on to the next one. What is chemical change? See, for example, you take calcium carbonate. So if you heat it, it will change into two different products, calcium oxide and carbon dioxide. So now the product's characteristics will be totally different from the original reactant, that is calcium carbonate. See, already we have learnt the chemicals present on the left side of the arrow mark are called reactants, and what is present on the right hand side are called products. When there are more than one products or reactants, we put plus sign in between them. So here one reactant is converted into two products. So both the products will be having entirely different characters. Totally that will differ from calcium carbonate. May or may not. Mostly that will be differing in their characteristics. So now it has undergone a change, am I right? The original bonds between the atoms in calcium carbonate are broken and the new bonds are created to form calcium oxide and carbon dioxide. Clear? For example, if you transfer from one city to the other city, you might change your schooling also, am I right? You have to change shift, or entirely you should go to a different board, different medium of schools. So what will happen when you shift from one city to the other city and go to a different school? Slowly you will be breaking the friendship with the old friends in the old city, and you will be forming new friendship in the new school, am I right? Similarly here, when calcium carbonate is heated, slowly the existing bonds will be broken between them. and they combine in different formats, or they create a different bond between the atoms and form new products. So that is what is called chemical change. So let us take one more example, hydrogen and oxygen. Here two elements combine together to form a single product. So this is also a chemical change. So hydrogen is an element, oxygen is another element, and it produces water. For example, you see hydrogen is a gas, oxygen is also a gas, but water is a liquid at standard temperature and pressure. Am I right? Therefore, entirely a different physical state, entirely with the different characteristics, the product will form. The old bonds, the existing bonds will be broken and new bonds will be created. Therefore, the products will be having entirely different product, different from the reactants. So that is what is chemical change. So now let us try to define the chemical change in words. The change in chemical composition of a substance, see, the change in chemical composition of a substance to one or more new substances with a different chemical composition and properties is known as a chemical change. Entire formula will change, the properties also will change. That is what is known as different chemical composition and different properties. Clear? So this is what is all about chemical change. If you want to take it down, pause the video here, take down the definitions. Okay, now let us move on to the next one. So what is meant by chemical reaction? So many people think that chemical reaction and chemical change are almost the same, almost similar. Yes, they are. But chemical reaction is a process. It is a process. How the bonds are broken, how the bonds are created, the new bonds are created in the product. That is what is known as chemical reaction. So what change takes place is chemical change. But how the change takes place is known as chemical reaction. For example, you take the same reaction, calcium carbonate. When it is heated, calcium oxide and carbon dioxide are formed. So here we need to explain the process, how the bonds are broken and how the new bonds are formed. So we need to explain that. That is what is the process of forming, the process of breaking the existing bond, and the process of forming new bond is known as chemical reaction. You take hydrogen plus oxygen, how the new bond is created between hydrogen and oxygen here, and that is what is known as chemical reaction. The process we need to explain. Therefore, how we can explain in words? The process of breaking the chemical bonds of the reacting substances, that is called reactants, and making new bonds to form new substances, that is products, is known as a chemical bond. So try to understand, it is the process, what all the various steps, how it takes place. We have to explain how the chemical change takes place. So that process is known as chemical reaction. Hope you understood this. Okay, so when will the chemical reaction take place now? Okay, we understood what is a chemical change, or what is a chemical bond, or what is a chemical reaction. But when the chemical reaction will take place? So I told you already in the beginning, when they collide with one another, chemical reaction will take place. When they will collide, what are the conditions in which they will collide so that the reaction will take place? All those things we will see in the next video. Thank you very much for watching. Hope you liked it. If you like it, please share it with your friends. If you have any comment, please post it in the comment section below the video. Thank you very much once again. Bye bye children, until we meet next time.